You are about to watch my interview with Shashank from PushOwl during Amsterdam Pursuit. Talking to Shashank was amazing. I think he's one of the more interesting people in the Shopify ecosystem with one of the best products. Now, Shashank had a lot of really interesting points to talk about, but my personal favorite was about how you have to be omnichannel. You need to be where your customers want you to be, not where you want to be. So just make sure that you are in every platform, communicating with them in any way possible, so that they can reach you however way is more comfortable for them. But don't take my word on it. Let's listen to what Shashank had to say. Enjoy the interview.
Number one. We are here at Pursuit Amsterdam.
Okay guys, I'm sitting here with Shashank from PushOwl. Thank you so much for clearing up a few minutes to sit with me.
Thanks for having me here.
Sure. So let's start with just introduce yourself, your company, what PushOwl is if someone watching it doesn't know it yet.
So I'm Shashank. I'm the founder of this company called PushOwl. We power push notification via the browsers for Shopify stores. Right now working with 15,000 plus Shopify stores. So if you're lining up on a store and you see this pop-up which is asking for a notification, that's powered by us. The great power of those notifications is that they can be sent even if your customers are not on your website, which means that they can be used as a huge retention or engagement tool. So now if you have, as a merchant, you're launching new products, you can send them an update. Or if your customers added something to the cart and they forgot about it, you can send them a notification reminding about that cart which they abandoned, right? So apart from that, we work with a lot of other Shopify apps which you all guys already love, like review apps to power the notifications via push notification. So that's in a summary what we do.
Yeah, that's a really powerful service, push notifications, and also the customer doesn't have to be in the store to get a notification. He just has to be like on his computer or phone.
Yes,
yeah.
Right.
Okay, so for the first question, what is your number one tip for anyone starting with e-commerce, anyone starting with a store on Shopify?
Yeah, so when you're running a store, you need to really think about the different channels where you are getting your customers and also retaining your customers. So, and different products have different channels which work great for them. Sometimes it's just by behavior and sometimes it's just by the industry restrictions or the way things work. So, and what I mean by different channels is like emails, SMS, Messenger, push notification. Just check out what your customers really like. Sometimes as a merchant, we have a bias that this will work just because I feel I use that channel more. But we need to be data driven, right? So in that scenario, give your customers an option to choose the channel they really love and then ultimately take your data driven decision out of there. And you'll figure out there are so many channels which you figured are so beneficial. For example, for push notification, $1 spent, we see $200 in ROI for the customers. And in certain categories like cannabis, they just can't use Facebook ads. So they can use different channels like email or push notification to market. Yeah.
That's a great tip. Like, we always try to encourage all of our customers and viewers to be omnichannel and not to just get stuck on one thing that they think would work. Because like all of the things that seem most annoying to us, actually a lot of the times turn up working really well for customers. Yeah. Okay, so what would be your number one tip for people starting out as Shopify partners, as app developers for the Shopify platform?
Support, as I was mentioning yesterday, and to anyone, like if you could do just one thing well, that would be support, because that thing is like the fundamental of your business and everything starts falling in place if you just do incredible support. First of all, support means that you're very closely connected with the merchants. So you know exactly the language they use, the problems they face, and you as an app developer can solve the problem. We are supposed to be the problem solvers as partners, right? So you need to talk to your merchants about that.
Yeah, so that's an amazing tool also for like reviews and traction and recommendations for your app. It's a really good way to just get to know your customers, but also get some feedback from them and get them to help you grow on the App Store.
Yeah, amazing. Like when you give merchants amazing support, they also go out on different forums and talk about you guys just because they had such an amazing experience. They act as your natural evangelist on any channel they work with. And
Yeah.
specifically, if you are a partner which is working with high volume stores, Shopify Plus, for example, you will realize that most of these people actually take advices from other plus companies which are using, and they come just because somebody else recommended, and it's usually because you did a really good customer support in that aspect.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so for the next question, what is the one thing you feel has been the most influential in helping you grow and your business grow?
Shopify ecosystem, it's just so incredible that there's so many amazing app developers all around the world at different places. You guys in Israel, you go any place, back in India, like Australia, just go anywhere. We travel the world a lot, and like we get to meet so many amazing people. And the best part about it is that they're so helpful in nature. You ask them a question and they will try the best to give feedbacks, like unbiased. They might be sometimes really harsh about it, but those are the things
That
which
help you
really grow, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
so that's the best thing about the Shopify ecosystem. They give you tips. They like you are having issues about pricing. Talk to people who are in a similar segment, and you will
Yeah.
get tips around that. Growth, similar. So that's the whole ecosystem has been super helpful. And as a part of the growth, you see that Shopify has a huge online community, either on Slack, on Facebook groups, or just like people connected like personally. So try to leverage that. We did that long time back, and that has been paying us so much, like getting those help, which has allowed us to grow from a single person or just a 2-person company 2 years back now to a 10 people team serving so many customers.
Yeah, and also like sometimes when you help people out, you grow from that. Like
Yeah.
you help someone else, but you get some more community awareness, and your business grows from it unintentionally.
Yeah.
And I have to add, I completely agree with what you said about the community and the Shopify ecosystem. And most people probably don't know, but Shashank was one of the first people that agreed to like help us and cleared out some time to talk to us and go over some things when we were just starting out. And really, it's so many merchants. Sometimes not merchants, but so many partners and app developers. You think they might be too big to help you or don't have the time for you, but a lot of them do when you just reach out, and it's really amazing.
You guys are just amazing. Like seeing your journey, how you actually care about the merchants so much and have an incredible product. Like everyone would love to just work with you guys.
Thank you.
And if you guys are not using ReConvert, you should be using it right away. Like we're also thinking about an integration with them.
Yeah, we're gonna do an integration, and I can say the same thing. You need to be using PushOwl. If you're not, then you're just missing out. Okay, so for the next question, now that we've done some co-promotion, so on the flip side, what is the number one thing you feel like has been the biggest setback in the growth of PushOwl and of the business?
I think for us, it was back when the new App Store launched. There was a change in algorithms where the app rankings changed. So when changes happened, it was a kind of a setback where we were ranking quite high into the App Store, and suddenly you were ranked 40 or 50 or so in a single day. Your business flips.
Yeah.
But then when that happened, we really realized that okay, we might be having such a high volume of customers, but are we being able to, as a small team, able to help whatever the small amount of merchants are coming to? So that setback actually allowed us to refactor our internal customer success, like
Okay.
the way we do it, our internal sales. So, and then over a period of time, we actually now rank better than we used to be on the old App Store.
Because of the adjustments that you've done to the customer success?
Yes.
Okay.
And
That's,
and in general, as a company, we focused more on features and things which mattered to the customers, and so we help increase the ROI which the merchants are generating, and in turn it actually helped as a company grow significantly in our own revenue as well.
That's amazing. So basically, this setback kind of forced you to look at things and just get better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really good point of view at any setback.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the last question, what is the one feature you feel like is missing on Shopify that you would want to see them incorporate into their platform?
I would say like annual billing API would be really important. Shopify as a platform itself allows merchants to give a long-term commitment to their platform through annual charges or like 3-year plans, and they're able to offer a lot of discounts to them as such. We are also a SaaS company. All of us are SaaS companies, and there are so many customers who just love you and want to commit for longer and maybe get a benefit in return. So that's something, if Shopify comes to as an annual billing API, I think it's going to be amazing for like everyone.
Yeah, I completely agree. It can give you some sort of a stable income, yearly income. You know what's going on, and it's not like a month per month of the store maybe uninstalling your app.
Yeah, and also it allows you to hire, right? Like, so now if you have the annual commitment coming in, so as a SaaS company, you get that money upfront, which you can quickly utilize in hiring amazing people. So you make a great product, and internally, help the merchants out there. So it's kind of ties up all along. It's a small thing for Shopify to do, but it has a very a large impact, which I believe for everyone.
Well, Shopify, you heard it here. We want annual billing.
Yeah.
All right, Shashank, thank you so much for this interview. I had a great time, and I'm sure you gave a lot of value to the people listening.
I had a great time as well.
Enjoy the rest of Pursuit.
Same to you guys. Enjoy the rest of the Pursuit.
All right.
Do you agree with my takeaway from this interview, or do you have something else in mind? Because honestly, there were a lot of good points in it. Let us know in the comments. I would love to hear your best takeaway from this interview.